Good evening, everybody. How are you? It's another beautiful day on the road to the end of Shmita 2022. 20 more days. We're a third of the way through this countdown. I promise you, I'm not going to abandon you guys after I'm all done with this. I will figure out a schedule to do live streams. I won't do it every day, but we'll figure something out. Just want to make sure everything's looking good here, and it is. Turn off my phone. Hope everyone's doing well. Another interesting day. We got blood in the streets. It's crazy. Muy bien, muy bien. Vida es bueno. So ICOSA won't outperform HEX. They kind of go in tandem together. If ICOSA starts going up, you start something to do with the contract. It'll start leveling out. So I wouldn't be getting into ICOSA to try to outperform HEX. No, you're better off with Hedron or something like that if you want to make X's. ICOSA prints you new money. ICOSA, you stake it and you make more Hedron and ICOSA. So, Clint Owens, howdy y'all. Morning, Randy from the UK. Fantastic, informative streams. Really enjoying them. Thanks so much. No problem, Andy. No problem. I got some UK stuff today. What's up, Hexagons? Hey, Tin Top. Hi, Clint with Randy and all. PS is my opinion. Nothing without perform HEX long term, not even Pulse. Yeah, I mean, really, Pulse was built to improve HEX, right? So all in all, that's where we should be. What's up, Randy? Hey, what's up, Bugs? I call my son Bugs. That sounds so funny. Hi, Randy. Dugginator. Marion. Howdy, Tinta. Welcome all. Gandalf, how you doing, buddy? Tex Hex 5555. Thank you, Randy. You are tremendous. That's up to our community. You are welcome, guys. I love our community, and I'll support in the way that I can. And this is how I can. Buonasera, come stai, mi amico? Dove tu vive in Italia? Fire. By the way, I used to live in Italy. I lived there for 3 years. Renigo, thanks for that video earlier on HSI. No problem. A lot of people were asking me. I guess I did not know that nobody had made a video on it yet. How to do ICOSA staking or how to make a Hedron HSI and turn it into ICOSA. Nobody had done it yet. Really, RJ Quattro Cinco, you went, you came back to your hotel to watch this? Awesome, bro. This is shirt of the day. Shirt of the day. My pin is the last 4 digits of pi. So if you can figure out the last 4 digits of pi, you can steal my monies. Ash Tree, hey Randy and everyone else, woohoo. Victor, you probably already covered this, but how did you first hear about HEX and when did you first buy? Okay, Victor. All right, so it was 2019, probably late October. I was watching YouTube, and one of Richard's videos showed up. It was the one where he was talking about Bitcoin HEX at a conference, and I never really liked Richard. He was too flashy for me. I'm more of a conservative. I'm a military guy, so I never really was attracted to people that are flashy. But he was saying some great stuff on stage, and I've never been a Bitcoin maxi, and he used to be a Bitcoin maxi. Another reason why I didn't really like him that much. And he was saying that he was launching Bitcoin HEX and a free claim to all Bitcoin holders, and and I said, wow, this is really interesting. So what did I do? I aped it on day one. Day one Hexagon here. I went too much on day one. I should have spread it out a little bit more, but I put all of my Ethereum in the first 10 days or so. Oops. I got timed out on Maddie's channel tonight for saying, watch your pockets. Everyone is trying to sell you not T-shirts right now. Hex is on sale right now. I know where my money is going. Yeah, exactly. I'm like Hedron. I'm not buying Hedron. Get Hedron for free. If you're an OG Hexagon, you don't need to buy Hedron. You could take Hex, take it off the market, turn it into a HSI stake, then sell that to the ICOSA contract, and then stake your ICOSA to earn Hedron and ICOSA. And what you just did is that you just scooped up a bunch of Hex and took it off the market. It's gone for 15 years. Just if you're doing ICOSA, just go 55-55. Take that Hex and throw it away, man. That thing's gone. 55-55. Putting way out in the future. So when we do this, if all of us are doing this, there's going to be no Hex left in the market. What happens? The price is going to go up. Hey, Bobby's here. All these people lived there for 5 years. Bello Napoli, yeah. Io piace Napoli. When we were just there, Naples is definitely cleaning up. Still not the safest place, but it's cleaning up. It was pretty scary, to be honest. What are you talking about, Kate? I'm muted and I'm not sure what I said months ago. That's the problem with when you're doing live streams and stuff, when you're in the chat, you'll say things that maybe some people, take the wrong way. Time flies in crypto. Yes, it does. Hello, Randy and everyone. Hey, Sandy Beach. Gopa Kumar. Hey, Randy. Good to see you again. Always value your suggestions and opinions. Hex, Pulse X. Yes. Paladin. Okay. So what the hell's going on in the world? This Shmita is turning out. There are so many things going on every day. There is something that is world changing that is going to affect the world around us happening. And what happened today? Goodness gracious. This happened.
As Prime Minister, I will pursue 3 early priorities. Firstly, I will get Britain working again. I have a bold plan to grow the economy through tax cuts and reform. I will cut taxes to reward hard work and boost business-led growth and investment. I will drive reform in my mission to get the United Kingdom working, building and growing. We'll get spades in the ground to make sure people are not facing unaffordable energy bills, and we will also make sure that we are building hospitals, schools, roads and broadband. Secondly, I will deal hands-on with the energy crisis caused by Putin's war. I will take action this week to deal with energy bills and to secure our future energy supply. Thirdly, I will make sure that people can get doctor's appointments and the NHS services they need. We will put our health service on a firm footing. By delivering on the economy, on energy and on the NHS, we will put our nation on the path to long-term success. We shouldn't be daunted by the challenges we face. As strong as the storm may be, I know that the British people are stronger. Our country was built by people who get things done. We have huge reserves of talent, of energy and determination. I am confident that together we can ride out the storm. We can rebuild our economy and we can become the modern, brilliant Britain that I know we can be. This is our vital mission to ensure opportunity and prosperity for all people and future generations. I am determined to deliver. Thank you.
I thought the best part was the air horn at the end. People like, more BS, more BS. It was going crazy. All right, so I have nothing against Liv Truss, whatever her name is, but it's just politics. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. As an American, anarcho-capitalist. I don't believe in voting. I don't believe in any of that shit. All I know is that every politician is corrupt, and every politician to just say the flowery words just to appease the people to try to make them happy. And she's no different. So I feel bad for the UK. You guys, maybe should be better than Boris. I was just there. I was just at 10 Downing Street, I think, 4 weeks ago? We walked by. Yeah, interesting. People are not too happy. Go to Twitter and look up what people are saying. And they're like, you had 12 years. You Tories had 12 years to fix these things. You haven't done jack shit. Oh, man, it's a mess. The whole world's a mess. Not just the UK, the whole world, guys. It's just ubiquitous. And I believe this is true. I was looking around and I see that she's on the website, on the WEF website, but there's no clickable things to go any further. So I couldn't verify. I even tried to use DuckDuckGo to see if I could dig deeper, but I couldn't, because I really wanted to. I was hoping she was in there. But other people are saying, oh, she hates the WEF. We'll see. Dugginator said it too. Another WEF agent. Yeah, that is what we're thinking. Okay. John says, hi, Iranian chat, 20 days till end of days. 20 days till Jubilee starts. There's a lot of Christians out there who believe that Jubilee is when Jesus is coming back. I don't know. I'm not trying to predict anything. That sounds a little bit out there for me, but some people, they like to spin the positive, so let there be positive. Oh, yeah. Do you think it will pump before Shmita ends? What do I think will pump? Bitcoin? Be very careful around Shmita. Remember, in 2001, we had 9/11, right? 9/11 happened on September 11th, which was early that year before Shmita. So it doesn't always mean things are going to happen right on the date. That one happened early and the stock market started to crash then. BT starting its shit. Yes, it is. And I'll get into why. Would love to know how the hex price is supposed to be higher after all the sacrificing and removing from the market. When does that kick in? If the volume stays the same and the amount of hex in the market dips, the price is going to go up. If the volume increases, the purchasing volume, if the purchasing volume increases and the amount of the hex in the market continues to decrease, the price is going to go up. If the volume drops off the cliff and the stuff's coming off the market, hex coming off the market, then the price will continue to dip. Hex is, look, guys, I'm not one of these people that believes that hex is decorrelated. I believe that hex is going to go where Father Bitcoin goes, or anti Ethereum, right? When they dip, hex is going with it, especially on the way down. It dips. Yeah, it tends to bounce quicker. And I love that about it. And I think it's more decorrelated in the bull market than it is the bear market. Sorry, I buy Hedron instead, better value. I'll wait for Hex at a penny. Yeah, sure. Lex, that's fine. I mean, it's up to you guys, obviously. But you can get Hedron for free by just staking it. Chris, such charisma. Thank you, buddy. Like everyone knows, I was going to be a preacher at one time. Just never did it. A little bit too corrupt for me. I am from England originally. I will never trust a politician and never trust a conservative, but I hope she delivers for the people of Great Britain. We will see. I hope so too. I went to the NHS while I was there. My son dislocated his elbow, so we had to go to the St. Thomas Hospital in London, and I did not know that St. Thomas was one of the better hospitals in all of UK, and I was thoroughly impressed. And I said to the doctor right before we wrapped up, I said, I told him I was a nurse since 1992. I said, I've been all over the world, been in hospitals. I've seen socialized medicine, hate it. I said, I told him how bad it was here in Panama and how bad it was in Italy and places like that. And he just said, Randy, he goes, it's because you're in St. Thomas. Because you go to some of these other NHS hospitals and it's not so nice. So I did not know that. Chris gave us a little cake, was that robot? Build all this stuff with lower taxes. Yeah. Okay. But remember, prior to 1913, I'm talking about the US here, prior to 1913, there were no taxes, yet we had all that stuff. Why? Because hospitals were private and hospitals were part of the church. Many, like the hospitals I've worked in, I tend to always work at Catholic hospitals when I was a nurse. And in the back in the day, they were all run by the church, right? Or the Shriners and things like that. Got some music outside. Yeah. Wow, does anyone really believe anything a politician says? It's Putin's war that caused the record-breaking profits for energy companies. Yeah, they're killing it right now. They're making so much money. Bobby, more bullshit. Yep. Top, not much to worry about if she goes as it gets. Yeah, we'll see. No action verbs next. Yeah. We need to outdo the Brits and elect Hunter Biden. Yeah. He says been there the whole time if you believe in him, I guess. Yeah. Her promising better jobs and economics reminds me of a high school president promising better lunch food and more holidays. Exactly. I think many of you guys you're kind of like me, just so tired of politics, you're so tired of politicians and the lies that they weave to get into the power, and they never deliver. Unless you're Justin Trudeau, and Justin Trudeau, he delivers exactly what he's telling you to do. He's turning Canada into a socialist hell. I was just looking today. I was so upset because I would like to go see my family, and I'm from upstate New York, and I wanted to meet my family in Niagara Falls because I'm not entering the U.S. with my son because they require me to get him U.S. citizenship in order to enter the U.S., and I refuse to do it. He's Panamanian, right? So we decided that we would try to go through Canada, but they're still requiring the thing in your arm in order to enter, and I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. My family's not getting that. Hex Luther, what's up? Welcome. You do have Chris and Randy, but I was making fun of the new prime minister. Oh, yeah. Yeah. People said that. There's a lot of comments on Twitter saying that, oh, wow, she speaks nice, unlike Boris. Hi, Randy fam. Good evening. Hallelujah for the new buy opportunity today. Yeah, you guys got to, anybody who's buying right now, quite an opportunity. Or if you're looking to send Hex to the different Maxi team and the other perpetuals with Maximus, that looks really good. St. Thomas is awesome. I used to live in St. Croix next door for 2 years, very close to Puerto Rico too. I miss those days. Yeah, we were talking, personally, we were thinking about doing St. Kitts, getting passports there. I'll wait till the next bull market though. Oak Hearts, good morning to you, sir. We were just talking about your lovely UK. 69 watching, you had only 33 likes. Show your support. Yes, please. If your pin was the last four digits of pi, brute forcing would take milliseconds. So be careful what you disclose, like having n digits. You guys, the last four digits of pi, there's no such thing. It just keeps going on forever, right? I think, pretty sure. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I always thought pi just goes on forever. Yeah, it does. That's what makes this shirt so funny. Count your blessings, running the low crypto price is the reason why I'm not your neighbor right now. Ecuador seems nice. Yeah, Ecuador seems nice. Just a couple years ago, they hated crypto, and they were threatening me online, telling me they were going to arrest me or something if I ever came because I was advertising crypto in Ecuador. Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, I refuse, man. So many jobs here in the U.S. to be filled. If we encourage more migrating here, there would be not a recession in the U.S. That's the same thing in the U.K. Same thing in Italy. Oh my God, jobs everywhere. It was ridiculous. We were going to a restaurant. It was a restaurant we really wanted to go to. It was in London, and when we went, the lady says, "Oh, sorry, we couldn't open tonight because we didn't have a server. We don't have enough servers." I'm like, what? It's happening. People don't want to work. They got used to the sucking on the tit during the lockdowns. With Vatican getting all their assets back in their own wallet, they're planning to lock everyone's accounts for the bail-in. Maybe. Pi is infinite. That's what I thought. There's no that exactly. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the shared screen here. This is big news today. People wondering why Bitcoin's down. Dow closes more than 100 points lower in post-Labor Day session as interest rates pop. U.S. stocks slumped on Tuesday. Make sure this is showing. Yes. U.S. stocks slumped on Tuesday in a volatile trading session as investors weighed what strong economic data and rising rates mean for the Federal Reserve's aggressive tightening campaign. So it's being priced in. They're expecting, I think, another 75 points raise of the interest rates. And this next raise, I think, is coming a couple weeks or something. So, I mean, this if you were paying attention, you pretty well knew that the Fed is going to raise rates. So here comes the pricing. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 173 points, or 0.55%, to close at 31,145, but was off the lows of the day, boosted by defensive stocks such as Johnson & Johnson and Coca-Cola. The S&P 500 slipped 0.41% to 3908. The NASDAQ Composite slid 0.74% to 11,544, notching its seventh day of losses, its longest since 2016. Shmita. At the same time, bond yields surged, adding to the rout in stocks. The yield on the 10-year Treasury jumped as much as 0.162 percentage points to 3.353 at one point in the day. Yields move inversely to prices. So remember, a 10-year yield jumps, it's usually stocks are going down, because that means borrowing money is getting more expensive. The moves came after the August ISM data Tuesday morning was stronger than expected, coming in at 56.9 versus expectations at 55.5. The report follows Friday's jobs release, which also beat Wall Street's expectations, showing a more solid U.S. economy than anticipated, really, and while Europe's falling apart. Both reports come ahead of the Federal Reserve September meeting, where they're expecting to raise interest rates again. Better than expected economic data may mean that the central bank continues to act aggressively in hiking interest rates. That's what we're expecting. On Friday, the major averages closed out their third negative week in a row. The NASDAQ Composite posted its first six-day losing streak since 2019, ending the session 1.3% lower, while the Dow erased a 370-point gain on Friday to close about 1.1% lower. The S&P shed 1.1% to its lowest close since July. Bulls hoping for a rebound will be doing so during a shortened Labor Day week that historically has paralleled September and its track record of underperformance. Losses have been slightly less frequent over the past 3 decades, but volatility has been higher, said Chris Larkin, Managing Director of Trading for E-Trade from Morgan Stanley. In the holiday shortened week, investors are looking ahead to speeches from Federal Reserve presidents and a fresh rate hike decision from the European Central Bank due out later this week. There we go. So let's discuss. This is we're expecting that we're going to get another rate hike, right? We're expecting the EU is going to do another rate hike because inflation is so out of control. They have to do something. So this wasn't magical in any way. We knew something was coming. Crypto cashew, Sandy, I prefer infinite pie. You guys, come on. I'm a fat boy. I can't be worrying about pie. I had some carrot cake today. We went to a coffee shop and Anna ordered a carrot cake and we shared it. And, fat boy got like 80% of it because my wife's one of those people where she can have the most amazing thing in front of her, sweet, and she'll take 2 bites and she won't touch any more. Or she'll have a bag of chips and she'll take like 5 or 6 chips and, oh, I'm good. And she really is. It's not like a fake good, like a fat person like me does. It says, oh, I'm good, because I know inside I really want more, right? But her, she's genuinely, I'm good. Wish I was that way. Don't get anything with Ron. What are you guys talking about? Such a dump today. Yeah, and you wonder why Bitcoin went down. Bitcoin goes first. I mean, it goes with it. So if the stock markets go down, Bitcoin's going to get hammered. And that's what happens every time because it's the easiest one to go liquid with. Blaine, thank you. Not gonna go. Last digital, yeah, not computable with this universe. That's the point. Maybe Ren is an alien. People accuse me of being one. Oh, man. Okay. So, man, we got 82 viewers. Thank you, people. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun doing this for you. Okay. There's a question that people have for me constantly, and that is the one about where is Pulse Chain going when it launches? And my quick answer is it's going to do just like Tron. So here's the Tron chart from October or November 2017 up to August 2018. And you can see here, actually go to the chart. You can see here that when Tron launched, it was 0.002. And I believe the ICO price was even lower than that. So the price, when it launched, 0.002, within 90 days, I think it was 93 days exactly, the price of Tron maxed out at 23 cents. Yes, 0.002 took 0.2 of a penny all the way up to 23 cents. So people ask me, Randy, where do you get this 100x prediction for Pulse Chain? There's where I get my prediction. That's what Pulse Chain is going to do. Pulse Chain is going to rock our worlds. I'm going to tell you some numbers here that the reason why I think so. One, we're starting off at 0.0001 because there's trillions of Pulse. But the OA owns over 90% of the Pulse. So we got a situation just like with Hex. We have one centralized authority in the ecosystem that owns 90% of the Pulse chain. They traditionally have never sold, and I doubt they ever will sell. So when you only have 10% of all the tokens in the hands of the people that can trade, and then you know that with Pulse Chain especially, about 90% of those people are pretty strong-handed people. They're not the type of people who are going to dump on day one. You're going to have about 10% that do. But remember, when Pulse Chain did the sacrifice, there was very few people outside of the Hex community that actually sacrificed for it. They missed, right? So they ended up coming in to sacrifice during PulseX. So I believe that Pulse Chain is going to rock it, and it might do just like Tron. Now, people argue with Randy and say, hey, the difference with Tron was that it launched at the peak of the bull market in 2017. You are right. But there is so much pent-up energy to get Pulse Chain going that I believe that we can even go faster than Tron did to the first 100x. If I'm wrong, fine, but it's going to still rock it. Even if we did a 50x in the first 3 months, I would be a super happy person. I'm sure many of you would be too. And for those of you guys who bought a bunch of PulseX to buy Pulse Chain, great. That's going to be another way. You guys are going to help us move, right? You're going to help move the liquidity over to Pulse Chain and pump that price up. You know? But I sacrificed 5 times more for PulseX. And I understand that PulseX might be the tortoise of the two and Pulse Chain is the hare. Well, in the end, I think PulseX is going to outperform Pulse Chain. Can both do a 10,000x? Absolutely. But it might take years for that. It might take 3-4 years. Who knows? I'm not worried about it. All I want to do is have a good Pulse Chain, having it work, and all the projects that we were sacrificing for and participating in, and all that. There's like 125 projects that are going to be starting on Pulse Chain right away. That's what I heard. 125. That's amazing. Can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. This is going to be like Ethereum starting all over again with a whole new network that we get to participate in and just enjoy it. Okay, figure I'm getting hungry at roast. What? Leg of lamb? Oh my God, man. Lamb's my favorite. Lamb and duck. See, I should be living in Europe. 17,000, some limit orders starting to hit. Whoa, really? 17? Okay, we'll get over to the charts in a second. Hot damn, those gains. Yeah. BTC at 17K. Wow, I took my eyes off the charts today. Yeah, it's gone nuts. It was at 18 something last time I checked. PLS is going to do 100x easily. Easily. If someone sells on the first day for a 10x or a 20x, unless they're desperate for the money. If you are not desperate for your money, you do not sell it at 10x. Ever. I got a story. Here we go. Love stories, right? So I met the Aave guys. It used to be ETHLend. I was in Portugal at a Steemit conference, and the ETHLend guys had flown in, I think it was from Germany, their marketing director and a couple of their marketing assistants. And they pulled me aside and they asked me, Randy, hey, we like how you write content. Do you mind writing a piece for ETHLend? I'm like, sure, it's pretty cool. At the time, I had no idea what DeFi was. You know, the ETHLend was, in my opinion, the first true DeFi property in crypto. So they were telling me things, and it's going over my head because back then, to me, crypto was still currencies, and you could do staking and DAOs and stuff like that. But the DeFi part still hadn't clicked. So I said sure, and you can actually still find the article. It's on Steemit. And I wrote the article, and I invested, I think, $500. I put $500 into it because I didn't really understand what I was putting my money into. So I did the ICO. Very few people did the Aave ICO. It's called Aave now. It used to be called ETHLend. Man, first day 10x. I sold it all. I turned $500 into $5,000 in like 2 weeks. I was out. I was happy as a clam. But you guys all know what Aave did, right? It went up to like $300 something. And I got mine for, I think it was 5 cents each. Yeah. So it wasn't perfect numbers. I think there was a trade, like you got so many ETH, so many lend became Aave, but still it would have been millions upon millions of dollars for me. That $500 investment. The weekends will sell. Yes, they will. What am I buying on this stuff, Randy? I'm not buying jack shit, Enigma. No. It's Shmita time. I'm sitting on the sidelines and I'm enjoying the show. Sell Pulse at 23. No thanks. I'll wait for $1. Pulse at 23 cents. Oh my God. So many people are going to be so freaking rich. You think there's hex flexes? There's going to be some serious Pulse flexes when we hit 23 cents. I'm in total agreement with you, Randy, in regards to PulseX. I also sacked 5x more, but I'm not ratio trading for Pulse because the more research I do, I think PulseX is the wolf in sheep clothing. Yes, but it is going to be the tortoise. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that energy rolling. It could be 6 months. It could be a year. It could be a year and a half. But once that volume comes to PulseX, we are going to be raking it in, folks. Raking it in. You're right, Randy. The only thing that pissed me off was so many alternatives coming out there, pulling their money away from Hex, not contributing to the claim. Yeah, I understand. I totally get it. But people are bored. We as a society need excitement. Humans, we like excitement. Maybe it's that thing where we're used to getting scared when we're sleeping under a tree or something, and a bear will come along, and we needed that little spike of adrenaline. Well, that's what all these new projects in crypto are giving us, and Pulse Chain and stuff like that. Gives us that spike of adrenaline. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine how much money I would have if I never sold my Aave? Randy, are we going to get copies of our Hex and other coins on ETH POW and ETH POS? Asking for a friend. Well, ETH POS is what traditional Ethereum is. That's just going to carry over. There's speculation that we're going to get something similar to what Pulse Chain is doing on ETH proof of work. But the problem is we have to have liquidity. So you get the coins over there, but if nobody provides liquidity, there's no value. So there would have to be people to go in there and provide liquidity. We'll see if the OA does it, or people from Staker app do it, or others. We'll see how that works out. What do you think about Pulse Chain market cap versus Aave? It had a much lower market cap before, therefore it pumped. Hex market cap could not take over BCC. I don't know. I'm not a big market cap guy because it's such a vanity number. I remember our market cap for Hex was much higher about a year ago publicly, because even the OA's coins were considered part of the market cap. But then Nomics and CoinMarketCap decided that they're going to take away the OA coins, so it made the market cap of Hex drop significantly. So you can't really trust it. So no selling to the top of the bull. Crypto Cash, look, I'll tell you what, I am very vocal. Just follow my Twitter. I'm very vocal when I think things are getting overheated. I'm not like Richard. I don't show you when it falls off the parabola or anything like that. But I will show you when Aurochs tells me on the monthly chart that it's time to get out. If you listen to the 2 RHs, your finances are secure. Yeah. I'm way more conservative than Richard, though. Way more when it comes to money. Probably because I have a kid and a wife. When you're a bull like Richard, you can be a lot more laissez-faire with your cash. Yeah, there's people that love proof of work. I don't hate it. It worked for years. I'm an old time Bitcoiner. It worked for years. I just think that proof of stake, ever since I've been in Steam, proof of stake works fine. Is it a good idea to split your stables half DAI and half USDT or all DAI? That wouldn't be bad. You're diversifying. It's hard being a Hexagon right now. Lots of glitter out there, which translates into lots of lopsided loyalty. Pulse launch will wash all these sins. Yes, it will. T-Bird, market cap, wow. Yeah, T-Bird's been around a long time like me. Remember when Hex, the true market cap was showing, and we were just right at the top. We were number 4 or 5 all the time. And now we've dropped out, I think 13 or something. All right, let's go back to sharing the screen. I want to show you guys the market. All righty. What do we got here? This one is Hedron. Hedron's still running, but definitely took a hit. It's a couple things. First, Bitcoin took a big drop. When people see a little bit of red, they start getting scared and they start pulling their funds out. The traders are going to pull their funds out if they feel they have to cover somewhere else. So if they have leveraged trades elsewhere, like say that they're trading on Bybit or they're trading on BitMEX, something like that, they got to get some of that Bitcoin to cover their losses to make sure they don't get liquidated. So there might be a couple people in there that are doing that. And we went up to 5 zeros and a 6. Now we're back down to 5 zeros, 398. So yeah, still green though. The green RX indicator is still here, but it's quite possible that if this continues down a little bit, then we'll get the red one. And it's just telling us on the weekly that it's going to take a breather. That it was funny. I thought we were done already the other day. I thought we were going to start to slowly trend down, but we had another spike, and now we're starting to come back down. Let's see the 4 hour. 4 hour, yeah, looking nasty. Got that red. Bleeding. Whoa, big blood. Whoa. It dropped all the way down to 503. Whoa. Man, that's a 50% haircut from the top. The BGMC, the confidence is, we dropped below the red there. And the DAI, the demand index is also dropped below 0. I'm just going to start calling this the BGMC, the AI, so you guys don't get confused. All right, let's go to Hex. This is I got the 1 hour up. Let's change it to the 4 hour. Ugly. That's ugly. Went all the way down to 0.0383. But the AI is not looking that bad on the 4 hour, but the demand index, man, we've really dropped off. But you see the volume, it really jumped. People get scared. So it's like about 8 to 12 hours ago, people really started selling. And that was when the stock market started taking a crap too. So that lined up perfectly. Let's go to the monthly or the weekly first. Still green on the weekly. And the monthly are still red. All right. Not too exciting. We're just trending sideways, guys. And Ethereum on the monthly, still just going along. Nothing really exciting. Change to the weekly. Still green. I mean, we're going to the merge, so I expect at least one more pump for Ethereum. It's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. So we're still, the AI, the BGMC AI is still above the green. We're right below the demand index. We're right below 0. We're still green Aurochs indicator on the weekly. So I believe we'll get one more pump going into the merge. And, people love to buy the rumor, sell the news events. It's just, when do people start to get front run? When do the traders start getting out? It could be any time. Bitcoin, this is the monthly for Ethereum. Let's go to Bitcoin on the monthly. Still sell. We're below with the AI. We're below with the demand index. Nothing looking good for Bitcoin right now. Well, it says 18,707. Someone said 17. We're not at 17 here. Where'd you guys see 17? Let's go on the weekly. 18,708. Still So looking a little bit better here, not a ton. Let's go down to the daily. Yeah, uglies. Tis ugly. All right, so that was that. What do you guys think? Going into Shmita, see what these prices do. Tin Top says, I have a similar story about investing early in XDAI and not really knowing what it was. I got it for $1, then I found out it's a stable coin. At least I broke even. See, that's a good story when you got a beer in your hand. Could you elaborate a little more than the 90-day comparison? ETH did a similar cycle, but then went on to make all-time highs as opposed to Tron. Yeah, well, Tron was an empty chain that was just a copy of Ethereum. So they were just trying to leverage the bull market, and it was a pump, and then it pretty much dumped. It's never got back to its old level. But Ethereum went on to just do amazing things. The ICO for Ethereum was 30 cents. When I was really big into Ethereum, it was between $7 and $11. I did a job. I'll never forget this. I did a job for a company called Arcade City. If you guys remember Arcade City, that was my first ICO that I helped launch, and they paid me, I think it was like 500 ETH in 2016. So it would have been about October 2016. And I didn't hold them. I sold them because we went on a trip to Buenos Aires, and I just used the ETH to pay for the trip to Buenos Aires. And then a year later, ETH is at all-time highs. Been $1 million. I made so many mistakes, guys. Hex saves me. Hex keeps me from having weak hands. It really does. Oh, Sandy's off to bed. Good night, Sandy. All right. No. Not for me. Sorry. Are you saying you drunk powder for after Shmita or Pulse? Are you saving your drunk powder for after Shmita? Yeah, MJ Money, I'm waiting for after. Yeah. October. I'll start DCAing in October. MJ Money showed up with a 777. Jake would be proud. Dang, Hedron down 30% for the last 24 hours. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, I was trying to be nice when I was telling people to take your profits. I was trying to do my best. Isn't ICOSA better than Hex because you get extra yield plus Hedron? It's not better than Hex because remember with your stakes with Hex, you still get the Hedron. I like them both. They both have their goods, the good things about them. And you know, like last week I did a 55-55 in my son's account, and I did like 3 or 4 stakes this week using ICOSA and then selling them to the ICOSA contract, the HSI stakes, and turning them into ICOSA to stake ICOSA to get ICOSA and Hedron. So do a little bit of everything. It doesn't hurt. Okay. All right. Don't money because neither will pay high yield compared to Hex long term. Yeah. I'm Hex is where it's at, but I also want near-term yield. I want stuff that pays me all the time because I have bills to pay, and I pay stuff from my crypto, guys. I live off my crypto, and you got to have that money coming in to pay the bills. So need yield. My Hex stakes, I don't touch them. Really? I always laugh when people they don't know that they totally forgot that they have liquidity or something staked that they haven't touched it in 2 years. How do you not remember your money? I've actually had a few beers in my hand tonight. Oh god, I've had whiskey on a drip. Today we went to the box store, the big box store, and I loaded up on vodka, not for drinking because I'm not a big alcohol drinker, but just in case the shit hits the fan. Exile says, "What is the highest price that you bought Hex at?" You guys don't want to know. Well, going into PulseX, I was buying. I think 18 cents, and it went up to 32. So that's the highest I've ever paid for Hex. But that was because we were putting money into PulseX, right? What are you going to buy when you start DCAing? What am I going to buy? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I don't want to steer you guys down an incorrect, bad path. But obviously, if Hex is cheap, I'll DCA into that. I mean, I'm kind of secretly hoping that we go under a penny. It'll get rid of all the riffraff, but the smart ones will buy up under a penny. I don't think it'll go there though. If Hedron goes back down to 6 zeros, then I'd be looking at that again. If Pulse Chain was launched, I got a lot more to say, but there's nothing really excites me. If Pulse Doge Win drops again, if it goes down to a penny, or a tenth of a penny, I'd be all over that one too. But not much else excites me. I have weak hands. I made so many mistakes selling too early. Also, Randy, I'm selling all my Hedron. I sell my Hedron every 2 weeks or so. I harvest it and I sell it and I turn it into Hex. I take the Hex. Now that we have ICOSA, I'll take the Hex and I will put it into the ICOSA system to stake for ICOSA and Hedron. That's what I'll be doing with that. I have other cryptos that I don't talk about publicly, guys. I just don't, because I think sometimes I'm a degen a little bit, so I'd rather stick to the solid good stuff so that you guys don't do what I do. I still got the old school crypto in me. I'm not a trader, but I still have those old coins and things, and better not to talk about it. Can ICOSA go up a lot in price, or is it designed to be more of a savings account for more Hedron ICOSA? That's what I'm doing. So if Hex goes to $1, ICOSA will be $30. All right. So that's how I understand it. So it's going to be nicely tied, kind of like a stable coin to Hex. Not a stable coin to the dollar, but a stable coin to Hex. Got tons of Hedron from, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got it. I don't know. When it was at 505, you're talking maybe $3-4 grand a month coming in for Hedron. Shmita priced in. I don't know, guys. I think we got another 20% dip coming. So it's still possible that we hit that 11,000. Poor pleb. I sacrificed for it. I put $350 into it just for fun. All cards. I don't. Hexy Bastard's such a cool dude. I'm so glad he's in our community and he's out there just helping people. And poor pleb was just such a great idea. I like memes. As you can see, I have Pepe back there. Oh, please let me be a bigger Hedron dip. Let's put a 1 back in. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I would too. And the only reason why I was because I would love to participate in the auctions that are starting there, that will happen in 68 days or 69 days. If I get a chance to get 6 zeros and say 6 zeros and a 2, 6 zeros and a 3 again, geez, then that's a great opportunity. When I go back into DCA, like 30 days from now, yeah, that would be an opportunity, because then you can just get enough Hedron to buy up some of those stakes. Made some good money over on XDAI chain, playing around providing liquidity on HoneySwap. I bridged over $200 and bridged back 900-ish after astronomical ETH fees. Yeah. I made that video today, the ICOSA Hedron video. Man, I spent about $50 in ETH fees just to do all of it. It's crazy. Yep. I know how it feels. How much weed do you smoke? None. I'm a fat guy, man. I like edibles if I can get them. My buddy who used to provide for me, he moved to Colombia, so I don't have a contact right now. But Panama is supposedly going to be legalizing it over the years. Right now, you can do medicinal, but that's it. And this just happened within 6 months. So I used to love the brownies, but a 42-cent doesn't want to do anything with crypto anymore until that bag is positive. Understood. As long as if he's staked, he'll be positive a lot quicker. Irish whiskey, actually, as far as I know, is the only alcohol with health benefits, but I could be wrong, but certainly the main one. When I say vodka with health benefits, it's for cleaning wounds, and there's a whole. If you go through one of these books here, there'll be tons of stuff about how to use vodka. Yeah, but Icosa pays better yield for 1 or 2. Exactly. That's why I like Icosa. It's this short-term play rather than the 15-year play, right? I got a plenty of the 15-year play. I don't have, like, my average hex stake now is 11 years. So that's why I get so much hedron, right? But for short term, I don't have much at all. About 95% of our funds are tied up with hex. And it is tied up. Can't touch it. Tend to agree with wave 3. If hex goes below 2 cents, then there's a fundamental problem with it. Personally, I'm DCAing now with limit orders. Yeah, Richard said on stream that he thinks 4 cents is the bottom. So we've been staying there for a while now. When you stake for Icosa, do you use a regular or NFT stake? Watch my video, Enigma. I just made a video about this today. It takes you through the whole thing. It's actually an NFT stake. I love your transparency, Randy. All right, Bobby. Yeah, it's too transparent sometimes. I sold some hedron to donate to Texas Token. Yeah, that's another one. Those guys are good guys too, but I didn't put any money into Texas Token. If it when hex goes to $1, I will buy a second home somewhere sunny and hot with an ocean view. Yeah. I have an ocean view. Just gotta look past the buildings. Has the free claim for Hexy Bastards? No. Morning, Randy. First time I've caught you live from the UK, so it's pretty early here. Thank you for joining us, Alpha. We were talking about your country earlier. UFO 42, about sacrifice phases. Here, I never disclosed concept as far as I know. Would you more likely put money into a sacrifice if your sacked assets were tradable until the final profit? Yeah, of course. Excuse me, but that's very ICO days. That's 2017 all the way. That's how we did it. I told you I launched over 40 projects, guys. I haven't done one since 2019. That's how we did it. So it was very common to raise the money, launch the token, and then the project would be built. That's how it was done. It worked out a couple times, but majority of the times it did not. For example, my project was a perfect one. ASAP Social. We were going to do a social media platform and everything. And if I would have raised the money and gone through what I did, what happened to us in the middle of the project, I would have felt so terrible because building software is hard and finding good devs is hard. People rip you off right and left. And I had a very meager budget of 60 grand to work with. And thankfully I had a very meager budget because I got to figure out real quick that I can't do this. I couldn't do it alone. I'm not a developer, and even though I used my contacts to get it done, it wasn't worth it. So the problem is when you raise the money, the devs are going to take advantage of you unless you know the right devs and you have good contacts. So we got screwed over so many times. So I ended up just canceling the whole project and told my investor that, look, I'm just going to give you your money back. So that's a lot easier than having 2,000 people put in 10 grand a piece or something, give you $2 million, then your name is tarnished forever. Like Jedediah Taylor, who used to be a friend of mine, who, if he ever watches this, screw you, Jed. He launched Decent.bet, which was supposed to be a gambling platform, similar to what PulsePot is doing. And they raised, I think it was 12 million. And I put about 10K in myself. And it did well. I mean, the coin was trading long before they were launched, and they ended up never launching. They got spooked. Their lawyers spooked them because they were trying to be online casino and they couldn't get licenses anywhere, and it was just a shit show. And Jed, he happily lives in Thailand now. We raised all the ETH, 12 million worth, when ETH was about $120 in 2017. It went on to going up to about 1,400, and I know that he sold it all, put it to USDC, but never delivered anything. He got his money, and now he lives in Thailand. Screw you, Jed. If you're ever watching this, give me a call so I can give you a piece of my mind. Yeah. I wonder if RH is dealing with some of this with devs now. He's always going to be dealing with it. But the thing that RH has is very, very deep pockets. So he can hire devs to check on devs, to check on devs, to check on devs. And, that's the issue. If you don't understand code, then you got to rely on your devs and you got to trust your devs. We saw what happened with Zen, with, what's his name? Conrad, right? He just hired somebody to write the code, and all the guy did was copy the code from another old project, and it was garbage. It looked terrible too. I remember David Fetter looking through the code, and he was like, "Man, this is so messy." It wasn't a good look for them. So you got to be really careful. It's not worth it. If you guys are thinking about launching a project, be very careful. I had somebody reach out to me the other day, ask me if I want to be part of their project. And I told them, no, I don't want my name on the project. Nope, don't want to do it. I'm just, for now, I'm just a RH Maxi. And just believe in what's coming to Pulse Chain and hopefully support stuff on Pulse Chain. Yeah, see, PZen was a copy of SafeMoon. SafeMoon did well, it pumped, and then it dumped. The code wasn't even commented correctly. Exactly. So imagine you spend all this money for the code and you send it to audits, and then the audits come back bad, and now you're delayed another 6 months. This is crypto. You're messing with people's money. So it's not like when I was building mine, it wasn't like I was just building a social media platform that had no money involved, that if it broke, people just wouldn't use it, right? Well, there's going to be money involved. So like float.app. I put money into Float a year and a half ago. It's still not launched. These are my friends. These are people I know from my anarchist community. I love them. I mean, they're like family to me, but I put $3,000 in. When are you guys going to launch? It'd be nice to have the coin out there in the market. I've been begging them. I'm like, look, I don't care if it's a bear market. Put this thing live. It's time. A year and a half, that's a long time. So let it go. That's out. Exactly. No interest in creating another ticket symbol. I have a great project idea that I would love to do, but once again, I gotta trust devs again, and I don't really want to do that. Fetter cracked me up. He was like, I think the problem's they probably spent $20 on it. Exactly, Bobby. It's a terrible look. It was a terrible look for the whole crypto community, or for the Hex community, because Conrad was somebody that people trusted. I didn't, because he was supporting the lockdowns in the UK. He was saying, you need to get jabbed. Do what the government tells you. I was like, screw you, Conrad. Muted. This is why I respect Alex so much. It's hard to learn how to do everything yourself, and it takes time. Imagine how many nights this guy spent up late at night just working on Hedron and ICOSA. So I take it you don't think PulsePot will launch. Not that I don't think it'll launch. I think it'll be fine. They're not doing a runner. I hope they do. I think online casino is a great idea, but I think the guys at Decent.bet were just not very honest people. They played off like they were friends to everybody, and then they made off with their money. And anybody, you are welcome. Thank you so much, guys. I am out for tonight. I appreciate it. If you got any news, that you think is pertinent for the videos, hit me up on Twitter, Randy Hilarski, right here, at Randy Hilarski, and send it to me on Twitter, and I'll see if I can make a show around it. The thing is, I like to have one piece of subject matter, and tonight was the stock market, taking that big crap. So thank you, everyone.